when the situation calls for it. But I do think this is a game where the situation does call for a Cassante. Is not only really good in the lane against the Rumble at just being able to deny him that
I kind of got ruined, Quacks.
delay on the reset. We can see Monkey is crossing over mid.
Look for Haru here. They're going to hit the charm first. Arha's going to flash. Grand entrance, and Haru immediately uses flash, but there's more. They cut him off from that crab, and Junhao ticks over to level 6 here. Monkey, I think he's trying to leash XP off of the bot wave, and he will get ultimate as well. Realm Warp coming down, though. The Shadow Dash talking land onto Arha. Flag and drag over onto About. Gets trapped in the Cataclysm. He doesn't have his flash either, and he is on a one-way trick back to the fountain. Rune Prism going to grab Monkey. Goes untargetable and has to flash himself back over to the turret. Junhao punished.
You got to be really certain on how you play those future fights. Now Keshi is in the bot lane.
Keshi's in the bot lane. About was not ready for it, and the flash forward from Keshi secures the kill. The Tova strikes back, are able to grab Arha. Level 4 Rakan is getting walked down. Keshi springs out of it.
But I don't think he's going to find it, Slayer.
No, our action has to go towards these grubs. Arha, grand entrance knock up on now as the flashes. Feather gets trapped in the chains and will go down. The Hound's Pursuit flies Monkey halfway across the river. It's a Cataclysm flash out from Junhao. Monkey's fine, and Karis wants to fight. Last charge of Spirit Rush gets the charm onto Haru, but About can't get a big piercing arrow down, and Karis has low mana, so they're not able to turn that kill over onto Haru, but they do control the river. TP down there. Keshi, though, still providing such a heroic early
AD damage that you have outside of this Nefiri is, hang on, Haru getting engaged on.
Yeah, it's just like the first blood all over again, but the Realm Warp does not get him out. The bleed kills Haru as he tries to teleport to safety. Team WE making it a point to disturb Haru every time they can.
Luckily, On is going to be there too. Earlier, Monkey probably would have been able to follow up and secure that kill, as Haru could not be walking up here.
It is just screw Haru game one, but Feather has the stand united, trying to desperately save his mid laner, but he may just have to watch as Team WE pounce on top of them. Feather going to be the next one to die as the all-out comes across from Keshi. Does find one back here, a shutdown onto Monkey. And Keshi is not to be messed with. Arha and About already learned the hard way how scary this guy is when he goes all out. He's able to once again kind of rescue ThunderTalk, and he's looking for more, but he doesn't know. The Karis is on the backside of this fight. Nice flash from About to get back towards his mid laner. Charm is going to hit, but Keshi still very tanky with that Kanik Rooker. 1 versus 3. He's going to shrug all the damage off and survive.
And this is what I said
here. To be that Rift Herald that Team W will likely.
I'm disappointed in these two teams already as
here we go. They're going for jungle catches, the lockdown, the taunts all land on Karis, but there isn't enough damage, and he's looking to turn it on to Feather, dashes out of the Cataclysm. Rune Prism lands over the wall, and Haru's able to find that kill with Junhao. All out, lands on top of Cube to pull the Rumble into the waiting arms of Keshi, who just continues to be a juggernaut. Team WE can't solve. Nice dodge from Monkey, but another Rune Prism lands to lock up the dog and send him back to the pound. TT Spring 3 kills to find the first team fight win of our series.
And Keshi is just too damn.
But they are aptly out of position now for this potential Soul Point Hextech Drake.
Monkey is at half HP. We can see that there is a reset coming through from About. WE are looking worse for wear if they want to try and re-engage this dragon. Really, their only healthy member is Karis.
And he's already getting poked out as well. More of the damage from On really swinging through here. TP back in from About, but it's too little too late. And the flash from Feather gets the Shadow taunt onto Cube. Keshi once again trying to hold Monkey at bay on the front line as Junhao goes after About. Arha getting burned down quickly as Haru finds himself a second. There's a third for ThunderTalk as On wins the AD carry fight. It's all up ThunderTalk. Monkey flashes to rescue one onto Junhao, but he can't even find the kill. It's a max range Q from Karis to get one. Monkey now resets, goes untargetable, and he's just trying to buy time. The Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't get
in the mid lane tier 1. This turret should fall.
Listen, man, I've joined
for you to latch onto. It's much needed at this point.
Totally. You can just look at the two mages alone, but Here we go, Junhao picking off Arha very deep behind enemy lines. Team About, though, is able to blow up Feather. Cataclysm going to come down, and it's Monkey that will have to trade his life back as Keshi once again leaves seismic wakes that break WWE into different directions, sending one top side, one down river. All of them are heading to their demise once again, except Karis trying to rescue the kills back. Nice flash, gets the reset after killing off On, but one more flag and drag, and a slow from the smite from Junhao will secure four.
Make it harder and harder for WE to yet again. And Junhao just keeps on running through these fights.
Whoa. But we're fighting still. WE only know one way back in. It's the flag and drag, dug down Cataclysm. Junhao continues to heal, but he'll finally get back into the GA. But he bought the valuable time the rest of ThunderTalk needed to pounce once more. Karis won't even be able to find the kill onto Heru. The dash over the wall. Will be available. The ThunderTalk don't seem to care that much. They're on to the Dragon. Monkey trying to set up a flank. The Hex Gate's going to bring him a buddy. Karis next to him. TT are trying to shut that down fast, but a charm lands onto Junhao. He does not have access to GA anymore, but Monkey, very scared of Heru, flashes, dashes, but Heru will continue to chase him down, and he's got a rune prison written with Monkey's name on it. They section Monkey off, and they kill away the one guy that truly could prevent them from a Hextech Soul being a reality for ThunderTalk.
We have 4 members now and no jungler, but they're sticking around anyway, Slayer. I'm kind of curious what the plan is here.
Maybe just to throw everything at the wall and go for it, but Keshi shuts it down immediately by killing off About, and Karis gets deleted by Heru with an actualizer. Team WE throw caution to the wind and learn a very big tale not to mess with ThunderTalk. Ace over to TT.
And that should be Baron as well. They've got all of their members up, and ThunderTalk said for the organization itself, an up and down year, but over the course of 2026, they have restored faith in him. They have given him the ball. They have allowed him to play pretty well. I think we should go back to spamming that.
Okay, you're trying to bring out the old copy pastas. We'll see if Keshi's got more heroics here as Arha pops out of a bush, does land the charm and the chains of corruption on top of Heru, but nobody can really find this executing kill. It's not even Karis throwing his life on the line. Heru survives, and that could just mean this is the final push for ThunderTalk. Heru earns himself a very well-deserved triple kill, and TT now threaten the base and maybe just the game over Team WE.
It's a 4-for-nothing 30-second death timers until one of the WE members is going to be able to join About to defend the base. Yeah, I think the game is over from here, Slayer. A great game 1 from ThunderTalk. 7-0-6 for Keshi.
And On puts the cherry on top, getting a kill onto About in his own foul.
But I don't hate this either. Twisted Fate lock-in for Karis here in game number 2 does give you that global pressure that we were praising a lot from ThunderTalk Strap.
Oh, this dragon was the soul of your last game? Well, we're going to make sure it's the first dragon out the gate of the game. I think that's fun, and that's what we got with this Hextech Soul.
Exhaust.
Or Dragon. Exhaust comes across your final hour. Keshi, he's flashing just to get on vision, and we're back at it again with Keshi running the top lane. It's Junhao.
Second, before he went down, he dinged level 6, but didn't have time to click the Dominus.
Oh, here we go. Oh my god, that was the worst destiny ever for Karis! He spawns and lands into a double stun with his jungler, who now has to flash and Vault Breaker back towards
to buy some space for the Ezreal. And frankly, if WE can't be playing around that bot lane, winning through there, then it's going to be difficult. As we can see, the top side of the map is no better.
3-talent strike landed. Monkey gonna have to use that Vault Breaker to escape. He's gonna re-engage here, cease and desist, but his team wasn't there in time. Arha tries to flash forward, but his jungler is already done for. Junhao does find the trade, and 3 members strong are gonna chase down Heru. Gold card lands, and About and Arha rescue the Team WE top side for now. But On flashes on top of About's head. Gold card has to come out to slow down this Ezreal. Both bottom lanes finally make their first visit to the mid lane and have quite an impact.
All right, so some kills finally going over.
Oh, valuable tool there.
Destiny.
So start to see Destiny get channeled. It's Monkey looking to pounce Junhao. Did not think he was the target. Gold card gonna land. Kressigar gonna come out though to knock Monkey away. Junhao's gonna 1v1 with Karis. The Vault Breaker to ruin it, and the Encore does not hit onto Karis. Heru finds that kill, but now he's in the waiting arms of About, who pushes out a ton of damage to pick up a double kill over towards Monkey. Dash forward, cease and assist. Is gonna grab onto On with the calling time so beautifully from About, and all of a sudden Team WE are right back in it.
And it's easy pickings for Monkey to just get on to the ThunderTalk mid laner. A little bit unfortunate there, too, because Tibbers was taking aggro. Cube.
Exhaust comes down.
No mana.
Away. Keshi's got a flash, and he doesn't have the mana for the ult. And bot side Monkey gets a beautiful cease and desist down onto an unsuspecting Feather. Here comes the Team WWE we love, fighting on all sides. But TT know how to dance this very same Samba. Here comes Destiny, though. Oh, it's going to get canceled.
It got canceled.
Karras does not join. Cube was waiting for his mid laner. Who got...
is given over to them. And this is really important because we talk about how ThunderTalk have the double marksman, how they...
But WE are fine. They don't need to pull that trigger because like you talked about, you saw the bot lane pressure they had. Cube was threatening the tier 1 turret with Keshi a bit out of position. And you know about to have this push that On is trying to find an answer for. But the cleanse matches the exhaust, and On once again leaves a trade worse for wear than about. Herald picked up here as well. And Team WE officially have ThunderTalk on the ropes.
You know, if it was full AP Milio, that fire kick would have killed.
Oh, no. Well, how about this for a kill? Keshi can use the $5 invisibility to create some distance. Goes in the invis again. Cube cannot get the stun down with that Cold the Meat. Keshi gonna dash back forward again. Likes his odds of the 1v2. Dominus has to be popped. Monkey with the Vault Breaker turn. Cube now trying to dive, but gets exhausted. Vault Breaker comes through, but Cube is packed out.
Do have some sauce online when it comes to looking at these marksmen. Like we saw, Keshi just got his first kill on. Did complete that Trinity Force a little bit ago, so they've got something to play around in terms of damage for this fight.
Well, they're just paying the Twisted Fate tax so heavy here. Heru TP top to try and stop the tier 1 turret going down earlier, and now the Destiny threat is real. Karras spots all of ThunderTalk. Agglomerated onto 5 around this dragon. Coley gonna come down from about, gets some nice chunk damage, and Monkey not able to win that smite. Huge Timber stun, but a minute the breath of life comes out as Cube finds the backline. Both Feather and On are mincemeat. It's the re-engage from Junhao as Kashi is able to glide around and find 1 kill. Junhao re-engages, and there's On to pop over the wall to find 2 more cleaned up. Cube at half HP, Karras joins the fray. Flash yellow card's gonna shut down Junhao. Or onto On, excuse me. It's Junhao, the only one left up trying to find his way out of this. But Karras has got more than enough cards in his deck. Cube has cooldowns, gonna re-engage forward, slices forward, dices again to start stacking the stuff. 3-town strike lands from Junhao. Can he get the auto off? Yes! He will get 1 back. Junhao saving ThunderTalk from Soul Point and collecting
I think it is made up for by the fact that you've got Silver Bolts and you've got Black Cleaver on your team. So that armor is going to be getting shredded. I think Ezreal will have an easier time than usual.
Oh my god. Here comes Karras and Monkey again, and they found Keshi, the Golden Goose. Slowed down for ThunderTalk. Feather completely out of this fight as well. Haru goes for last never to fight him.
Haru?
But that was way too ham to go, and he's able to pull all of TT forward with him. On goes on that one-way mission, and when the dust settles, it's just Junhao staring down 4 members of Team WE.
All right, so Karras had his little oopsie with that Destiny, and I guess Haru, not to be outdone, just looked for an equally egregious looking teleport into that fight. That was really not great at all.
Mid lane to get control of this map. Haru going to join back up with the team, and LPL seems to be taking a page out of the NA Ram book. Junhao going to get yellow card stunned. Junhao going to re-engage with the Crescent Guard. Gets a ton of damage down on the Monkey, who still had that GA. Cube re-engaged on, pops the Dominus off to the side. About punishing onto On. And Keshi, who gets caught with the cease and desist, and About finds the kill as Monkey reses back to a victorious pick play. Cube going to look for Junhao, who flashes away from About, but these light slinging shots from About are not to be messed with as he flashes under the turret to find 2. And Monkey will clean up 1 kill On, and down falls Haru, ace to Team WE.
And it's the tightrope that lets Monkey he walks it perfectly. He's got the net under him of the Guardian Angel. Questionable. And I think here in game number 2, he certainly had a redemption game. Certainly is putting on a show.
On the blast cone, creates enough distance away from the encore. Junhao sees
Wait, About
on top of him. About onto the side, finds Keshi. A huge heal comes down from Arha. A lifeline in the blinking moments About is able to get the kills that Team WE may need to just force this game 3. Heru trying to kite desperately away, but he will fall. There's the ace. Arha playing the role of a vital support gets Team WE over the line and to bring us in to a final game 3 to decide our series between ThunderTalk and Team WE.
I was getting some flashbacks there for a second, Slayer, about in a 1v3 misposition from the rest of his team, but he was so far ahead, he said, nah, I'll win.
See the Chorus in such a important game, once I'm sure the swap will come across, is going back to his roots here with a melee mid on the Silas through Arha, but it's still about finding the better trades into On. Monkey just flashed early to cut off the one escape point here for Keshi. Will flash, but the stun's going to land all the same, and there is no hop available for Keshi. Cube
I think deters Arha from going any further. Even after that flash is used, there might have been a Zenith Blade angle, but speaking of Wukong's presence.
Yep, he's got the Cyclone. Main and the Ghouls are doing some hella work, though, here for Cube. Keshi already used the Gnar ult, but he's down about half HP, and Junhao does not have the juice to make a Cube smoothie. Instead, it's Monkey and Karis to the rescue to turn this.
I mean, you saw Keshi's hesitancy to follow up with that play. The Gnar wasn't in the area.
Starfall! He's not in the area. He's not even in the zip code anymore. Quacks, he's back.
We know we're weaker. We're going to place down some vision, gather some information, and if they start up grubs, maybe we can drag him, but he's just getting collapsed on.
Yep, or just pouncing Feather going on a Valiant warding mission.
For that red buff. Does not want to pull the trigger on it as teleport.
Karis tries to flash out of the taunt. He does not get out of it. Depth Charge going to land Cyclone. All these CC components stacking up on top of Karis. Can't get away from the second knockup, and that is a very unfortunate teleport for Karis. At least his bottom lane has been able to kill off On. Monkey though have to flash away from Heru. The minion wave is gone. Heru having to take up turret shots here by this point, but is tanky enough to walk it on out.
And it's not super conditional on needing to be met with a Dragon Soul, so
it's definitely an interesting test here for this WE team. It's not a team we usually expect to try and play heavy side lane, play fully for the pick potential, and it's a good test for them to try and get this game 3 over the line. Is here comes that team fight combo and a Justice Punch for Junhao. Down he goes. It was Karis that hijacked that heroic entrance and is now turning it on to TT. Double kill over to About, and he's got the speed ups to try and chase down On, and he's sinking every single bite into that health bar. Karis maybe looking to try and dive with the Abscond of Duck, but they're going to let On off the leash. Is starting up the Herald. Off vision, that ward in the back of the pit, not going to be able to track the HP bar. It's Cube that's making the walk up towards this fight, but TT, they look skittish, but they're TPing their Mega Gnar in here to look to try and make the fight. It's Arha's going to flash on top of Junhao, gets the Cyclone down. They put Monkey in the bouncy house and they blow him up. No jungler here for Team WE, and they've caught Karis off to the side as well. TT's team fight finally gets to shine through in the first big bout, and they find all 3 kills onto On as well. TT arriving to our game 3.
WE's comp just crumbles when it comes to 5v5s. Cube.
Oh, Heru though. Miasma's down. Big scatter comes across from On, and it is able to save his mid laner. Petrifying Gaze does not get a stun. It only has a slow, and Junhao is able to flash away from the Ghouls, so they don't give any kills back over to Big Bad About. Big fight loss. They are on to the second drink of the game, and will get it with complete ease. This feels weird. TT kind of just let WE back in the door towards this Dragon conversation. At least, like you mentioned, they had the Scuttle Crab vision, so there was no way to kind of sneak this for Team WE, and now they're going to cede control back over to ThunderTalk. Both top laners are here again. Keshi needs to stack up that Gnar bar. As the engagement Marha goes into a double taunt. Everyone compounding on top of each other. Har gets blown up first. Junhao gets a Cyclone, tries to flash over the wall, but W will follow until Keshi throws them into a wall and bounces on top of them for 1. Karis does find the trade though. On needs to connect with his mid laner, but he's far too low, and Cube with the Ghouls will just run down Heru. Team WE able to win a full-on 5-on-5.
A really good counterattack there to start up the fight by WE. The Mia on ThunderTalk that's even remotely close to him in levels is Keshi, who's 1-3. So you're probably going to need to send more than one guy to deal with him. As speaking of more than one guy,
it's everybody. Trickster not going to get June out of trouble. Gets stunned up by the solar flare. Justice Punch does land as the turret comes on. Gets himself out of dodges. Keshi throws 2 members in the wall. Garis comes out of the stasis, but he is able to dash away from Keshi as Monkey is losing his 1v1 to Haru off to the side. It's pandemonium on all fronts, but Cube slams down the spade into the heart of On to make it a 2-for-1. At least one back over to Team WE.
And mid turret to follow. WE opening up even more of the map. Less than a minute until the Dragon as well. That is a huge deal.
Be able to get just enough time to get the Kingslayer healing and get out of what felt like certain doom. And now TT are going to have to walk into WE as they do find the Solar Flare. Lockdown onto Feather. Justice Punch has to come through with the heroic entrance from Haru, but now he becomes the target as Junhao gets into the backline. Feather is going to be the first casualty as Arha marks Junhao, and the rest of Team WE turns on the pounds. Keshi doesn't have the Mega Gnar up until he finally gets a 3-man Gnar ultimate, but where's your team, bro? They're all scattered into the wind as About locks down 4 kills for Team WE and a Hextech Soul in Game 3.
Is going to be Haru, and he can do nothing about this Nasher. WE running away with this game. All 3 lanes, they are using that buff. You can see that Cube is on the top side pushing. A nice 1-3-1 split is on Summoner's Rift here, and it's because of that global pressure. Monkey can react to any play that ThunderTalk might dare to make if they overload a side lane.
So hard to slow down this 3-point attack. Keshi and Junhao both together are trying to get rid of this wave. They'll at least save their bottom lane tier 2 turret, but you called it out. You simply cannot leave a Baroned up Yorick alone to the devices of your turrets on the top side. The push and pull, it's honestly masterful to look at here from Team WE as they surgically get rid of all turrets outside the walls of the ThunderTalk base. And
look at what ThunderTalk, behind the Syndra, don't really have any amazing wave clear. Right? So it's very difficult for them to actually stop this siege. And like we just said, they can't overload to try and fight. They've not only got no damage in that department, but there's a Pantheon wanting them to do that, basically daring them to try and look for a play. This is just slow suffocation. Frankly, kind of depressing for the side of TT. They really are out of options, it feels like.
Depressing for ThunderTalk fans, methodical for Team WE by this point. Top lane is wide open courtesy of Cube, and Monkey's just standing here ushering in waves, and now Cube can join in with his jungler. TT starting to get better options at targets, but look at this last shift effort. That's a very Aaron depth charge. Keshi was down to half HP by the maiden herself. Hero's entrance comes in, but it's only Monkey to get knocked up, and he has a GA. Justice Punch forward is really audacious here from Haru. It's Karis off to the side, but he has the stasis as he gets turned on from TT. Expert bait there from Karis. And now the base is in crumbles, and this will be the final march for Team WE.
Karis has teleport as well. He's going to come back to the fight at full HP. Keshi is close to Mega.
Needs to find an otherworldly Gnar ultimate to make a difference here. And it's Monkey that goes in first. Karis to follow after. Keshi does not get the Gnar ultimate. It's hijacked by Captain Karis to say goodnight to ThunderTalk. Back from a Game 1 woe, Team WE will find the series win over ThunderTalk to move to 4 series wins.
As we start seeing those overheats come through from the Rumble, especially on first back, I think he'll actually be able to fight against this chase. So I think that will be the lane that calls a lot of jungle attention and also a lot of support attention. Has that Bard in his back pocket as well, so I think Weiwei is unfortunately going to have to give this top crap.
Yep, does seem to be the most likely case. Weiwei going to move from the bottom side. Flash forward, staggering blow from missing. Awesome, caught up too far up.
The shield!
Battle, no flash, no chance to escape. And 1xN will claim first blood. The 2v2 for LNG coming alive early. HP gets his ghost out. Opens up space for Weiwei to finish up this dragon, no problem, as the supports do begin their roaming activities. And LNG still feeling good to be able to play around this bottom lane.
Invaluable when it comes to any fights that could happen on the Grubs.
Yeah, it does still have that lightning crash on cooldown a little bit as IG do start off the Grubs Yeah, going to have to lead the charge here with that big taunt. Missing getting in to look for a dredge line as
They're
well.
split.
Flashes forward, trades it with the Shy, who dodges out on the trench line, but positioning now belongs to LNG. They've successfully pushed out the Invictus Gaming representatives and will be able to go 1-for-1. Now equalizer thrown down behind the Shy, making sure that this guy has nowhere to go. Sheer shows up, torches him, and a kill will go LNG's way, as well as the majority of the Grubs.
Very much so in the driver's seat when it comes to what LNG want to play around.
Absolutely. Wei finds missing in the river, calling over Rookie, but Wei will be in position. Wow, they're going to go all in on this fight, though. Calling in the heroic entrance, double stun, found by Rookie's petrifying gaze, and Ya has no chance of escape. Awesome going to be able to pick up a kill thanks to that move. Mako recalled right before that. So now both parties are here, both having spent, both ready to tussle. In comes the dredge line. Missing going to land a double knockup, but the follow-up's not quite there. Dive on in from Wei. Nia gets in there with the heroic entrance, and Awesome is the first one to bite it. Wei staying alive, double daggers, regenerating it back up. Tempered Fate onto 3, stalls the fight for a second, but ready to pop off as soon as it's over. 1XN gonna be able to clean up the rest of the fight. LNG take it 3-for-1.
Oh boy.
2K in the lead, a dive manifesting up top for the Shy.
Mako's roaming.
Access to this dragon number 2. Mako coming on over. TP being channeled. Sheer gonna make this a 4-man play. Shows on up, tanks 1 turret shot. Missing, now ready to lead the charge. In goes Wei actually with the Hound's pursuit. Flash away from the
What?
Shy. Just trying to buy time, I suppose. Trying to turn it back on
Okay.
Wei, and he will do so. 1-for-1 exchange, the Shy.
All right, he gets the 1-for-1. I was about to really flame that flash, but if he is able to get a kill, like, I am perfectly okay with it. And also IG getting the turret on the bot side as well. So, okay, the Shy is playing 4D chess, and I'm over here playing checkers. I'm sorry. IG have no way of really contesting this. They don't have prio, and they don't have control over the river either. And worst of all, they've got really no jungler, Gordo. So, Herald's gonna go over to LNG as Teleport is actually being dropped by Nia here, but what are we fighting for? And LNG, if they didn't have that Herald, they would really have nothing to respond. So I think this gives them some much needed opportunity for control around the map, as Missing is maybe out of his element.
Yeah, 1XN going to pop a lightning crash, jumps back over the wall. They get the chain CC on the way, and they blow him up.
More in the immediate timer of a play you wanted to make, because now, yeah, IG are just gonna hit that turret one time. The Shy gets some of that gold.
Now an opportunity to take the lead in the Dragon game from both teams. IG going to try to get to the river, but Rookie gets jumped on. Still good turnaround from the rest of the squad. They've got enough CC to push back Wei and Missing. Missing actually be the first
Shy!
one to fall. There's a stun coming through onto Wei. Wei waiting for him on the opposite side. Yes, Wei, as Wei takes down Wei. Sheer going to fall on the opposite side. Awesome going to claim that credit. And IG coming alive in a big way, take 4 members for 0 around Dragon number 3 and turrets to boot.
You know when you say a word over and over and over again and it just doesn't sound like English anymore? Yeah, I feel like that is what we're experiencing here in this game.
Another Dragon here in about 45 seconds, so they may look to prioritize that first and foremost, but IG settling into a really comfortable pattern here. Oh, hook comes in from Missing, finds Rookie, petrifying gaze, stalls things out. Tempered Fate stalls it out even more. Cosmic Binding
got him.
And 1XN will be able to find that kill. Rookie caught out right before the Dragon spawns, and LNG want more.
They got
Missing
the Shy!
Forward, sacrifices his life, and the Shy going to be able to take him down. Now coming in on the flank, Wei trying to beat down on the side lane. 1XN kiting out to the side. Awesome flashes to the side. Will be able to take him out. Cosmic Binding connects again. Quadra kill to Awesome when all is said and done, but it is not going to change a thing. IG going to be able to pick up this Dragon. Well fought by them.
IG with the ace. Find the play when it matters most, and down.
Yeah, I mean, they get Rookie. They force back to Shy. But there's a third carry on this team. Awesome doing his job. Rookie finds a Miasma petrifying gaze onto Wei. Does have Mako holding him still as well, and they get that nice little pick. That's jungler, that's Baron.
If you're not a jungler, you would never understand. Gromp is one of our best friends in life, and we always need him. Sacrificing your life is a worthy trade, as now Baron is, gonna go into the hands of IG. LNG have no jungler, and IG are just gonna try and run them down now.
Yeah, I mean, they stepped up to the Baron, but they had no chance of contest, and now they're in a fight that they cannot win. 1XN trying to stand and fight, will be locked down, will be taken out. Another double kill to Awesome, and IG running away with it now. Baron in tow, multiple members dead, and they're going to be able to destroy this base.
Oh yeah, they've got Trundle with Grubs, baby. This is exactly what it's all about. IG barreling down in the mid lane. 7.5k gold ahead. I think Inhibitor is probably going to be the extent of their aggression. Good and the bad version of the Shy here in just game number 1. So we're already in for a series, I can tell you that. But also, because there is so many fun players that bring back memories and nostalgia of the LPL, it's like that one meme with the iRobot where they're like, y'all got any, basically, y'all got any good players? Yes. And we got nostalgia. That seems to be IG right now, as they're playing well. They've got the best play. They've got some likable players, and they're going to be looking to go one final fight to end the game, Gordo.
Wow, full sending it out of the Shy, but they just cannot touch this man. Wei gets in the way, and Wei going to fall for it as they continue to move forward. IG just taking on each member in turn. Wei ends up flashing forward to claim the kill, and there's going to be a double kill to him, a double kill to Awesome, an ace to IG for just Rookie's life. He ended up getting picked off on the side somewhere, but I think they're perfectly happy with that trade. IG gonna close this game out in sub 30 minutes. Would never have guessed it from the start, but they
for LNG, though I would extend some of that courtesy of the carry potential over to Nia as well. Obviously, whenever you go the Akali, this is, like you said, Rookie though, so maybe it'll all be worth it in the end. Rookie has Think level 4 though, and Nia's very low.
Flash forward for the kunai, tries to go for the flash knockup, doesn't connect it, but does it matter? Because Nia has the shuriken flip to chase Rookie down. Waiting for the energy to cast Q, can't do it. Wei shows up, Wei interrupts the engage from LNG, turns it right back around to Nia with a huge counter punch, and picks up first blood for IG.
A huge counter punch both literally and metaphorically, Gordo. Gets there just in the nick of time to save his mid laner from a disastrous fate, as now the Shy is looking for a solo kill.
Shy calls out the step forward from Sheer with a big wallop. IG gonna have no problem picking up this dragon now. I mean, they have such an advantage through mid. Nia is useless. Just picked that level 6, but not going to be able to take the priority in mid lane. Wei on vision, Wei much stronger than him.
And I don't really think there is a way out of this, though. Wei is on his, he's making his way to the bot lane.
Well, Wei trying to make a way out of this, but Wei getting in there, going to be able to lock down 1XN. Wei picks up the first kill, and Wei now needs to try to find a way out. Underneath the tower with missing, will be able to clear out the wave, but a quick and easy play for IG. Maybe going to turn into a second one here. Building up a solid CS lead for himself in mid lane after that kill earlier on. Going for the Roa build this game for that little bit of extra survivability against this Akali.
Which is interesting, right? You're super far ahead at this point in the game. You're up 20 CS like you said, and it kind of feels like IG are poised to bulldoze this game at the current rate.
Up 1XN under the exhaust, just melted down. Awesome falling low, will be traded back by missing, but there's Mako ready to run down. Oh, the flash over the Q, and now Wei arrives to the scene to make it a 2-for-1. LNG clapping back, getting Wei in the game. That is of course going to come at the cost of these grubs.
See that Wei is on that objective, and frankly, if the Shy keeps chunking out Sheer like this, then they might actually be able to look for a dive on the other end. You can see that ult is coming back for the Vi. So the aura of this man's deterring them from even attempting to make that play. Wei, though, I almost said Wei will be able to get dragon number 2 for IG here. And that's all 3 objectives that IG have gotten so far. LNG, the Shy might be able to dive this if he is so bold.
Yep. I mean, he's finding some good.
Yeah, he's
trades.
going.
Yeah, he just steps up over, back steps up against the public execution, waits for Wei to come in and take that weight off him. We'll be able to clean that one up. Wei looking at the bottom now, trying to replicate that success. Gets in there with the Cataclysm. Awesome does not have access to the Arcane Shift. Finally gets it back after he uses his flash. Shield comes through from Mako. Not enough. Missing gets his 2nd of the game.
It's a pretty costly kill, but LNG do manage to make some form of a cross map happen, but they've got to get out of dodge. Rookie's in the area with Shockwave.
Pulls Wei right back in, and Mako will be the one to clean up that kill. Supports getting out of this play. Rich flash forward from Wei on the Missing. 1xN opening up with the ultimate to try to turn that back around.
In the starts of both games, and it was much, much louder than LNG. Now Wei having to run away from Wei.
Wei getting in onto Wei, making his way through. Will get locked down by the Cataclysm. Wei is taken out, and Wei trying to escape. Will get chased down by 1xN. It's a 1-for-1 exchange, but shutdown gold to 1xN feels plenty good for LNG if they are able to get away with this with 4 lives intact.
LNG do get out, but they get heavily zoned away. See, like, there it is again. From the Rift Herald that has spawned and been up for a little bit here. So I think IG, once Wei gets back, hang on, the Shy might be in trouble.
Oh, big knockup from Missing. The Shy gets disrupted out of his hop, and he is going to shift back before too long. Mako here to try to help him out as best as he can. But the Shy out of tools, out of cooldowns, out of time, and out of life. Will fall down to Sheer. Gets himself back in on the kill score a little bit. Awesome, gonna have to shift back over this wall. That action on the top side.
This will be soul point for them, so it puts LNG on a pretty substantial timer from here on out.
Relatively stable position up and around the top side. Awesome just getting back here with the Muramana as well. As
late game damage, but then also this top side, all 3 of these guys have very easy access into the back line. If Awesome misuses a summoner spell, they can just snap engage onto this Ezreal. But
Cheryl's
so far,
here, and they just have nothing to show for it. IG walk away with a free Rift Herald. Mako, though, getting jumped on. Wei and Sheer combine forces to claim that pick. LNG cannot make a cake on this guy work, and now they're going to get punished for it. Wei over the wall, goes in for the season assist, locks down Missing, taking a boatload of damage, but flashes back over the wall to be able to stay alive. Rookie with the ball over their heads, going to be raining through damage, and LNG are forced to retreat. They get nothing for their efforts.
in a million years, IG get 1 for 0, thwart the dive from LNG, and they're going to claim a mid lane tier 2 on top of that. Dragon up in a little over 30 seconds. They really are. It is LNG desperately trying to look for something. Dragon has been started. We'll have to see how it goes. This will be Soul for IG if they get it, and it feels like Soul at this point would mean the game and the series.
Wei needs to steal. Nia trying to look on the side, but the Shy is marking him, fulfilling his role. Way stronger than this Akali 2-level advantage. Wei into the back line.
Good Cataclysm.
Gets the growth from Missing, and it just is not enough. Nia now flashing forward. Gets a perfect execution past 1 onto Awesome. Trying to finish off Wei. Dashes back through. Gets damage onto Mako. Still not able to finish the job. Tumble back through. Nia finishes off Awesome, but Rookie and the Shy have been running amok on the opposite side. It is a triple kill to the man himself, and the dual vets, the former co-world champions, will win out the fight for IG, will secure the soul, and will take full control over this game.
But then it just kind of feels like it gets a little too split. Wei finds a pick onto 1xN. Nia tries to go into the backline. They do a lot of damage, but the wallet diff just feels too big at this point, and it's only getting worse. 9,000 gold here for IG. LNG back to live are looking for something, but it's really risky to pull the trigger at this point.
And the Shy is feeling himself now. He is not backing out. He still hasn't spent from that previous fight, and he's not going to start now. They find the pick onto Missing. They find a pick onto Sheer. They keep on pressing forward, and the Baron is next up on the menu.
And it is being served up to all 5 members of Invictus Gaming. Rookie, though, doesn't want to be a part of preparing said meal, and we'll go hunting for 1XM. Won't be able to find him, but we'll have some control over the mid waves with this new Baron buff in tow.
Yeah, I know, but I love seeing the wall-up animation come out of the little snowman as well, by the way. That's just a treat, as you can see just how much damage this guy is pumping out. I am pretty sure he's going to be able to buy like a full item. Yup, that's a whole black cleaver in between the previous engagement and the recall. As now Wei going on in, does land a 3-man Cataclysm. 3-man Shockwave from Rookie will set up for Wei to run amok through the rest of LNG's lineup. The rest of the crew thought the Shy was getting a little too much credit here. They put together a beautiful play of their own. IG, a dominant game number 2 after a shaky early game in game number 1. Gonna close out this series in 2-0 fashion and catapult the
I kind of like the tools that they have. I think for me, what I'm looking for from JDG this game is how are we going to play side lanes? Because Yorick is great. Victor is also incredible when you have a Jarvan and a Shen on your team. So being able to allow Hongq to play on sides and make these plays is going to be really nice. Top Esports, they need a team fight to happen. They need for JDG.
What is Tien to do? Tien started W on Vi. He's like, well...
well, you can have those.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to do anything here. And
early heal burn. Beautiful taunt coming through the exhaust burned as well. It's ticking down. First blood for Gala, and it looks like I got what I wanted. Fireworks in the bot lane.
All right.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit rusty, even though, you know, just playing last night. Can't really count that one as we get the flash play from Vampire. Now
Nice.
Jackie Love exhausted, dead, on cooldown. They go for JKL.
I don't want to seem like a JDG show because all parts of this game have been all them doing all of the right. No, yeah, if you're Jinja, you need to just do your camps. You can't contest every single objective. Very smart timer here from top.
He's greedy. He's greedy.
Look at the mini waves. Swayon probably just has to use ult and then just flash out. That is highly likely going to be.
Vampire's not level 6 either. They actually get a full-on engage onto Gala. The exhaust actually saves so much damage onto Gala. Piercing arrow. Jackie Love pulls out the sniper. Jackie Love, but now it's even further out in front. Vampire trying to be proactive here in the enemy jungle.
Good buffer from Joel. Cream is coming.
Jackie
Love
Love,
has
Jackie
flash.
Love.
This is good.
Oh, he did not see it coming, but neither did Junja. That's going to be Petrifying Gaze to slow him down, and Cream sinks his fangs deep into Junja and gets a second kill for Top Esports. Now Hongq, he's down. He's going to fall, and all of a sudden a
He's going to get pushed first. Swayon needs to be really, really aggressive right now because he can trap Xiaoshu in this lane and prevent him from looking for anything. I think this is really smart. Use the equalizer right now. You don't need to die for it, but if you kill him,
he's going to go for the kill. He doesn't even need to wait. He says, no, not today, sir. He goes down solo bolo for Swayon, and meanwhile, Junja is falling apart in the pit. That's going to be another engage on the Vampire. A double kill for Jackie Love.
It was a great fight there for Top Esports, but JDG just looked like all of their strong. It's only 3,000 gold, and if they can get these shutdowns, you're right back in the game.
Oh, beautiful stun from Joel. He's gonna get the ire from Junja. He throws the Cataclysm down on Joel. Joel's still tanking. TP's gonna come in from the top laners as here comes Wayon and Cream, the double carries and the double fists of JDG going down immediately. Hongq is really one of the only firing ones left here for them, as Gala doesn't really have much to say in that fight, and Top Esports.
A slower fight for us. Jinja and Vampire just pulled the trigger a little too early, and they missed critical skill shots.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see the hesitancy. Junja is literally sitting there like, hey, I got him. It takes 2 to 3 seconds for damage even to follow through because they are worried. And now they do take the outer turret. They do get a little bit of bounty gold going for themselves there. They have to start thinking about this next fight. A minute until Soul Point for Top Esports. And Hongq, almost out of mana, has a slithery snake, goes into the Petrifying Gaze, gets stun locked there, and you might as well call him Medusa.
Please,
Gala? Please? Will you try it? Please? Please?
If they got that kill though, they don't even have Shen ult, so they need to look for something. They're going for any kind of turret plates they can. Teleport behind, man.
They're going to take this fight. There comes Hongq, though, or at least Cream, rather, from the other side of the TP. And on to Honky with the double petrifying gaze. Tien does go down, but he set up his team beautifully. A double kill comes through for Zweyan, and Vampire's on the wrong side of the rift, as that Chains of Corruption did go wide. He's missed a couple of those, but we'll give him that one, as he is the manufacturer of a massive lead for them in the bot lane. Final body hits the floor. Went on cooldown.
Look, at this point, I just expect they're going to be losing some of their spells at random times. They're afraid. You're like a hit dog's holler. They're like, oh, I'm seeing a Vi in my lane. I'm out. I'm not even going to bother.
I was wondering where you were going to go with that one. I was ready for it. I was here for it. Oh man, this is tough. Really awesome to see.
Also, the game has just been about gold, right? Like the game is so flippy. Jinja's out. It's Chains of Corruption. It's TP. If JDG win this fight around this dragon, everything that we have been complaining about goes to the wayside.
Zweyan just says, bring it, bro. He tries to turn it around. He has the rest of the team coming. He's going to go ahead and pop gold in there. Now it's Junja that takes the brunt of the force of top esports. Zweyan is still alive. Zweyan is still kicking, and he's going to be guffawing himself away from this fight. He is just laughing until the cows come home. It's Vampire trying to get the kill back.
You think he solo kills him?
No, he does. He's dead. It's not a solo bolo, but Zweyan is unkilled in this game until just now. Items, you know.
Yeah, that is also very big. Look at Honky. He's literally 2 items and he's sitting on it.
He's a 4-level lead on Junja right now. Oh, you know what comes around goes around. Tien saying, "You remember when you were bullying me, brother? Well, I'm the CEO of Apple now."
Okay, let's unpack that one, because I don't get that right. Are we saying that Junja is
like the whole story of
Steve
like,
Wozniak?
A nerd gets bullied in school and then he becomes your boss when he grows, it's one of those things.
So this is a Wozniak. This is a big Woz versus Mr. Apple himself. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Exactly. We just had to double check.
Yeah.
Has Zweyan gotten? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Producer Ilya. Has that been a 3rd solo bolo for Zweyan this game? Dude, he's going to jump up in the solo kill records just from this game. Game 1.
That was really dry as well. I mean, he was 7-1, and your Yorick is like 0-4 at that point. I don't think there's much.
He's got
there we go.
8-2. 8-2.
I still am pressing tab, and this game is looking mighty unwinnable for JDG, but the only kills they've been able to get has been on his way on now, twice in a row. All right, let's shift our focus, because this game has been, for the most part, top esports winning past the 9-minute mark in a 28-minute game. We're going to have Elder spawn in 3.5 minutes. Now, do I think we're going to make it to Elder with Baron in 2 minutes? Highly Baron still up for 2 minutes? Highly likely. Oh, Tien.
He has literally nobody nearby him right now. He just waits to get the GA pop. Cream slithers his way over here, pops down the miasma. The walls come up, but Tien is fine. He's going to use the vault breaker to get away. His Cream slithering his way through. Was thinking about a little bit of an engage potential with that petrifying gaze, but the Baron buff minions will come in crashing into the bot lane tier 2.
I think this is fine. The game is obviously still not in a position for JDG to really fight. We have Elder in 2.5 minutes. That kind of has to be where JDG find any kind of success in this game. If I keep coming back to this every single cast, if they find the Elder and they get enough shutdowns, this 8,000 gold lead is not going to matter this game.
Elder's a hell of a drug. Junja's death is also about to be one. He goes golden, or Honkyu goes golden rather, as Junja tries to find something, but he can't go through the miasma. Jackie Love is able to get one, but he gets taken right back down, and that's all of a sudden 2 members down from top esports, but Tien has been split pushing as a jungler to get the middle inhib with the Baron buff.
All right, that's fine. I'm still liking this. Tien's not going to have Guardian Angel in time for this Elder Dragon, so that's gold in their pocket, and that is much needed.
The shield is that Tien is chasing, though. Tien is hunting right now. And here comes Kareem as they do see him there, and Junja will go down. Slowly but surely, the miasma just to add worse for wear here. He is down for 47 seconds. Team but did not get rid of many of the wards here. Top Esports going to play it very hesitantly to move in because they do realize how on a knife's edge this fight could make the game.
Oh,
getting caught
the cancel.
initially. Miasma is there too, so he can't even move, and he's just taken out like an exorcism onto them as JDG. They might be devils, but they will no longer be, as Honku is going to go down too, and Gala and Xiaoxiu on the exit strategy do not have a plan. He's just going to go down to Tiet. He's trying to fight him so badly, but he can't get him. The Vault Breaker goes right back on to Xiaoxiu. The dredge line does not connect, but now Twin Fangs have arrived, and twin kills coming over for Top Esports. And Creep just flashes to make it hurt more. The speed is there. The deaths are there. Top Esports going for a clean Game 1 win.
I want to see a replay of that fight so badly. Ginger tried to flash or try to use his wall drag out, and he got buffered by Zhuo. He uses the hook to keep him out. Miasma afterwards. It's a done deal. Top Esports find a Game 1 win here.
When you move into a fight like that, and that Miasma
Kind of skirmishes there.
and they have a lot of engage potential. The Realm Warp can get you in a fight. You started off with the Paranoia. You have the Mega Gnar if it's going to be in that case, but also you're giving Gala.
He gets to be first out on the map, and Gala and Vampire got to work with a little bit of priority, so really good job.
Junja ends up saving the smite, but Honkyu was a bit of the bait. He's going to try to use his speed to get out. The heal comes through from Vampire as well, and Honkyu is to safety. The play from Top Esports to try to get something back goes a bit awry.
They're going to go for more.
Whoa, got the flash out from Gala, and the double CC chain into Zhuo just dying outright. Big kill to Honkyu as he gets first blood. Cream is going to try to get something back, but now TS, they're starting to fall apart a little bit, missing a couple.
Might have a play here. Honkyu just pushed in a wave. Jinja has ultimate. They could dive. Jackie Love.
They get the double CC into the encore. TP coming in, and Honkyu's here as well. Oh my god, they just threw everything at Jackie Love, and they take a second kill on the bot lane.
Cream.
Oh, Vampire. Vampire's in some trouble. Cream not able to hit that combo, and now that might just be Zhuo going down. Power unleashed on the Vampire. They take him down, but is it worth it? Junja almost going down too. Gets the flash out of him as well.
Can they look for something on top side? Wave's about to crash, and Lee Sin is here.
It's about to
They're
be
even bringing over
Mega.
Ziggs.
Oh my god, they're going to TP in Jackie Love. That's a little bit too much, and the dive is going so wrongly here. They didn't wait for Jackie Love to get here.
It's a really long time for that TP.
There
nice
you go.
play.
Nice satchel
good job.
charge.
Top Esports making good on that play.
Think about coming over.
We just can't fight. We have no spells. We have no Ash
They can't take the dragon fast enough. Okay. Oh, is this the life TPs coming, or at least the Realm Warp coming through? Zhuo getting the flash. That's two flashes out from Top Esports, but now Honkyu overextends, but he flashes, and maybe he baits him out, as it's going to be huge damage on the TES, but it's also huge damage back on Junja. The bouncing bomb not going to be there. Vampire could be looking for a combo here, could go for the double root, but doesn't. Finally takes off.
I'm looking at Zweon's player cam. He's calling for a top dive, brother. We're doing this now. We're doing it this wave immediately.
Here, Paranoia is coming through. Wallop goes wide there, but the Paranoia gets used. Crystal Arrow goes wide too, and here comes the TP from Jackie Love. Everybody's down. It's a 2-kill spree for Top Esports, and they're going to be able to take the turret.
And this is so beautiful. Look at the timing on this. A minute
right now in the last minute. They're going to make that even more.
I love about this setup here for Top Esports, and maybe why they go for that play. A lot of teams, I think of even a team like EDG, who are at the bottom of the league, super weak JDG. I'm okay with that. I need to see you play against some of the other top teams here in the league before we start to kind of. Top Esports have really been hitting their stride as we've gone on. We said the cadence we want to see. Okay, this is look where his team is, right? This is not okay. Maybe I like this. This is good patience from JDG.
Spending their time taking some of the camps, but they are all playing towards this mid lane, and the Baron has already been started by Top Esports. Look at these spell shields, man. Jackie Love and Cream, but that's immediately going to be burned from both of them. Junja gets the CC, but from the depths, it's going to be the kill back. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but Tian going for the flashy play. Doesn't find the connection he wanted, and now Top Esports he's going to run at him now, though. The undertow comes through, and Zweon trying to heal up, but no, they were hesitant as well. And now Zweon's going to have to flash away. Honkyu tries to go finish off the kill, but the burn will be there from Junja. Now Jackie Love gets caught with the Realm Prison, and he goes down now, too. Tian's going to finish the job, though. Tian's going to find the one back. Gets a double kill, though, for Junja before he went down. Xiaoxiu still still alive too. They're going to put...
Good answer, and this is the JDG composition I wanted to see come alive. Seraphine, but Baron is being taken, and there's a small vision from the Hawk shot that is allowing them to know.
It's Gristle, but he popped the paranoia before, so Cream just dies. He gets hit by the CC chain from Gala, and now Dwo's going to be quick to follow. Two beautifully executed fights by JDG make them have the man advantage over Top Esports.
There it is. This is exactly why every game is not over. Xiaoshu!
They got the wall up with the Meganar combo, and Honku takes him down. Now Honku's getting ran at here. The Ragnarok is starting to hit, and Ragnarok is a rockin' here as he's looking for another, but misses the undertow. Vampire will fall to Tian, and Tian finds a double kill. He's against Xiaoshu. I think Xiaoshu's got to be careful.
Xiaoshu knows, bro. He's level 17. I'm not afraid of this guy.
This is Soul. This is Soul. Xiaoshu trying to come over with the Meganar. He doesn't have the angle. Paranoia is going to be used late after it's already gone. Cream trying to flash away, gets away from the tether. And now this is a setup for Top Esports as Wayon does TPN. They've going to get the Soul and get out.
If they can just get out, this is a win.
Knocking on the door of JDG. They say, you do not get a moment to rest. We will force your decision making. TP coming in now. He will almost have the Meganar available, but the Baron already going down. Tian gets encored, but it's going to go through as Top Esports take it. They've got to get some bodies out. Wayon does get one back. It's going to be a double kill for Gala, but he did get taken back in return. It will be two Baron buffs that make it out for Top Esports as of now.
I think JDG are winning this one right now. This is such a good spot for them.
They're going to move in to take the inhib and the inhib turret.
Remember, all of Top Esports, the reason why they got some of these big goal leads is because they were able to maneuver the Ziggs around. They have 3 super minions here with 3 grubs.
Enchanted Crystalero, Paranoia, Encore on top of it all.
They can't get him!
Is taken down. GA is going to be popped. That's going to be the Realm Warp stopped in its tracks. His way on finds the kill on a Honku. JDG, they thought they had the comeback, but it might just be all for naught as Cream has stayed alive and JDG are backs against the wall here.
That heal from the Mikhails, Dwo might have mistimed it, but I think it just saves the game for them. Top Esports, they have an Ocean Soul. They're healing so much, and JDG just don't have the tools.
They still have the Baron.
Yeah, they don't even have
the Baron
ult.
buff. Xiaoshu, he's just putting his body on the line. The scout of the week comes through, though, on the Vampire. The turret is still alive. They aren't focusing on the turret. Why are they not focusing on the turret? The Meganar is not going to come out just yet. The Scout of the Week goes back. He wallops just to make sure he can get the extra help. Look at that minion wave in top lane now, and the super minions start to come into bot lane. Meanwhile, mid lane's also being oppressed by the minions as well. Top Esports, they are circling like sharks around JDG, and there might just be blood in the water. The Nexus is the focus. Zwayon says, I'm out of here, and Top Esports pack us out with week number 2 ending on a 2-0.
That is a 4